I did it! Hi. So, this was my first ever Inktober, which is, I've hardly ever drawn in physical. I'm mostly of a digital media kind of guy. But, I would like to start with introducing my materials, if you would like to emulate what I did, which I hope you don't, because it's not that good. So first of all, we have this sketch paper. I found this in my garage, and I was like, sweet. And it says right here, 30 sheets. However, it apparently does not have 30 sheets. It has 29 sheets, unless somebody took out the 30th sheet. Or I'm stupid, and 30 sheets doesn't mean what I think it means. I've been screwed over one sheet. Also, this is a pretty crappy piece of binding. I would need to like place tape on this to keep it together, but I'm just gonna open this and show it to you guys anyway, so it doesn't matter. And second of all, we have my trusty eraser. I used it so hard, it split in two. I would show you the before image, but I didn't take the picture before that. I was going to use pencils, but I just chose to use my trusty mechanical pencil. Then we have two sets of fine point Sharpies, because I can't afford anything better than that. Unfortunately, these have run out of ink because I used them so much. And finally, a basic point. I also think this is fine point, but it's not as fine as I want to use. I've used them so hard they've oh, this is ultra fine. Okay, so this is fine, and this is ultra fine. So I used these so hard that they've rubbed off. You can see here it's rubbed off on these two. This is my second fine point Sharpie, so it's not as rubbed off. And from here, we will now move on to images that I've actually drawn. Except also there, I used this as a sketch pad, and I drew a lot of thumbnails where I would draw them into here. And let's move on to the actual drawings. Okay, so for Inktober, this is my first Inktober. I didn't follow any prompts, so all of these are going to be random, so don't expect any consistency anywhere. Alright, so let's get right into it. First drawing is, it's very experimental, as you can see. It's supposed to be my avatar, but in a more realistic kind of Castlevania artwork kind of style. I don't know how to draw hands, as is represented by this hand. Also, I don't know how to draw in proportion, especially when I don't follow a flow in my drawing. So, as you can see, this drawing is very abrupt, and many aspects it's kind of rough. And we're going to flip on to the next page. Page number 2, it's falling apart on me. Here we have Nier Automata. A lot of aspects. The best one would be that A2 actually turned out pretty well. Nier Automata character. We have 9S and 2B. 2B's head is a bit misproportioned, especially in these eyes. These eyes should not be as big. A lot of this is a very disproportionate, but it's not a bad drawing by far. October 3rd is Full Metal Alchemist Day, to me at least. I had a red Sharpie, so I tried to incorporate that into a drawing. I wrote in the kind of don't forget art style from the actual drawings of the anime, and I feel like the head turned out pretty well. As for the rest of it, I could still do some working. Day number 4, I ran out of ideas and I just did, okay, so let's do a Witchtober drawing. So I drew a kind of geek witch. We have a lot of aspects. I kind of did some filling drawing, like with the actual inking, except that's a waste of ink. So I decided not to do that anymore after this. This is more an experiment. I like how the braces turned out. You can see the braces in there. And I liked this drawing in general. Pretty good. More Witchtober drawings. Here I drew Lisa from Genshin Impact. This was from like my first time playing Genshin Impact. So I liked Lisa a lot. And that's pretty much it for this one. This is Jitopion from a Twitter account which I follow, whose character I liked. Ran out of ideas again, so I decided to just draw her OC, or persona, avatar, whatever, and Belmont, Richter Belmont, right? I forget which one it is. But it's a Belmont, it's a vampire hunter. This is a vampire, you get the joke. Here we have from Ash, and I forget the goddess's name from Fire Emblem Three Houses. Since Ash is afraid of ghosts, the theme of this was supposed to be ghosts, and I liked the actual space I took up with this one. This one was just an Oktoberfest beer mate, which I drew to be a chibi. It's very simple, nothing complex here. This is more Fire Emblem Three Houses fan art. I like this one a lot more than the last one because it's a lot more well built, and not too much to look at here. It's just a decent drawing. This is Spooky Hollows, I think. It's a more Halloween-based drawing, similar to the vampire one from before. This is a headless horseman or whatever, and you got the jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern, I like how it turned out. Here's Zhongli from Genshin Impact. I like that guy. Here's Zhao from Genshin Impact. This one I like a lot more. I like how the helmet turned out, or mask. I also liked how everything, his head turned out. And I thought he was an ice type, so I accidentally drew him with like these kind of crystal shapes around him. Here we have Saber from the Fate series. This one I liked because it was more armor practice. Here we have Child from Genshin Impact. This one I didn't try as hard, but I still kind of liked it in a different way. Here we have again, for Jitopion's birthday, I drew her, and she was streaming Pineapple Pond games, so I drew that in the background. Here we have Cardcaptor Sakura. For day number 17, I drew Demon Slayer, because I think by this time Mugen Train was coming out. Or that might have been later, that's probably why I thought of Demon Slayer. I drew Leo from... it's not Leo, yeah, I drew Leo from Promare. Nothing complex here. I watched Burn the Witch on this day, and I drew these guys. On day number 20, I wanted to incorporate cats, and I drew a cat boy, and the face got a bit elongated compared. I still don't know how to draw hands. On day 21, I drew this nice scene with one single cactus in the sun and a cow. So this was just a cowboy. Moving on. Here we have Marth. Marth. On this day, I believe they announced Fire Emblem, the original Shadow Dragon. I forget what the name is. but I drew Marth. I really liked the line work on his armor. As for the 23rd day, I drew May from Pokemon. I liked Mudkip and Torchic. Moving on to the 24th, I drew Kirby in the original art style with the Jijinka Kirby. Nothing much to look at here. Very simple. 25th of October is Kaiba's birthday, and I liked how the head turned out and this darker shading on the arms. Number 26, my favorite drawing of all, is Link from Breath of the Wild fighting a Guardian. I really liked how the line work turned out in this Guardian. Really nice use of space. Everything turned out really well in this one. And I think I could learn a lot from this one. Number 27, maybe my second favorite, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Edelgard, in a very pronounced stance. This stance was taken from Kiryu Satsuki from Kill la Kill. Very strong position, her sword there. Finally, for number 28, we had Samus from Metroid. I really liked how the hands turned out on this one. Her facial expression, also very nice. I liked it a lot. Moving on to day 29th, we have female Blythe as a Dark Knight. Not much to look at here. On the 30th day, we finally had The Mandalorian Season 2 come out, and I wanted to celebrate by drawing it for Inktober. Ever since I remember, that was the first thing I wanted to do. And one thing I learned about is probably when it says 30 sheets, it means 29.